Hello. So I welcome all of you for this video lecture. So this video lecture is basically for the audience who would like to learn Java programming language, and it is as per the syllabus of VTU, that is 18 CS 653. So this is the first video in this series. So today I will be speaking about one small thing, that is, before learning Java we need to understand that Java is the object oriented programming. So today I will be speaking about our object oriented programming, that what is object oriented programming and how it is different from the other type, which is process oriented model. So let's quickly move into the details. So friends, basically we have two types of programming styles. One is object oriented programming style and another one is process oriented programming styles. So before moving into those two programming styles, maybe some of you might be seeing this video who is not from a programming background. So I'd like to tell a small thing, that what is a program. We would like to discuss a small thing, that what is a program. So friends, a program is nothing but it is a set of instructions which is usually given by the programmer to perform certain operations. Like, say for example, the simplest example is to perform addition or to perform multiplication, something like that. Okay. So a program has two things. One is code and another one is data. Code is nothing but these are the set of instructions. So codes are nothing but the set of instructions, and using these codes we will be operating on some data. So together combined we call them as programs. Like say for example, if I want to design a simple calculator wherein I want addition, subtraction and multiplication. In that case, my data would be what now? The two numbers on which you want to perform the addition, subtraction and multiplication. And what is the code? The code is the program which you will write to perform those operations, that is addition, multiplication and subtraction. I hope so that is clear. In simple words, you can understand that if you just take the example of an addition, the plus symbol, whatever you see, the plus symbol is nothing but the code, and the two numbers which you are adding is nothing but the data. When we combine these two, we come across a program. So the basic prerequisites of this Java is you should know what is object oriented programming. So assuming you know that, that is say for example you already studied C and C++. So, or if you don't have much of the knowledge, it's okay, we will handle it, we'll try to cope up with it. So the process oriented model, as you might know, the process oriented model is basically implemented in C language. So here what happens is, here it is an approach wherein it characterizes a program as a series of linear steps. So what do you understand by linear steps? The steps which come after one after another, linear, one after the other. So we can say that the process oriented model is like a code acting on a data. It is considered as a code which will be acting on data. So that means you have a data, on that data, to act on that data you will be writing a code. So this is the meaning of your process oriented model. Okay, now coming to your object oriented model. What is object oriented programming then? So in object oriented programming, friends, remember that the data is considered as a block. A complete block is considered as data. Like say for example I have some 10 numbers, or say for example I have some 100 numbers. Okay, so those 100 numbers are considered, those are data. 100 numbers are nothing but those are data. So how we consider that data will be in the form of the blocks. Like say for example 1 to 10, one block, 10 to 11 to 20, another block, and so on. So such programming technique is called as object oriented programming. That means it organizes the program around its data using the well defined interfaces. Okay, so you can say that it is object oriented program is the data which will be controlling the access to code. So using the data we will be trying to access the code. Okay, so this what itself is nothing but your object oriented programming. So here we need to understand one major thing, that is from objects we will be forming the classes, from classes we will be forming the data. That is, or you can understand it in a reverse way. From the data, we will be getting the, or it is better you understand something like this only. It is nothing but, what is an object then? The question arises, what is an object? Objects are nothing but the set of data. Like say for example, I have fruits. I have fruits, and these fruits you can say are n number of fruits. What would be n number of fruits now? Say for example, apple, mango, guava, and so on. So apple, mango, and guava, these are nothing but your objects. Now, where do these objects fall into? These objects fall into a class called as fruits. Okay, so that means what now? Objects are nothing but my each and every fruit. What is a class? The total fruits is my class. So what are objects then? Apple, mango, guava, these all are my objects. What is a class then? These all together are called as fruits. So the fruits is nothing but your classes. So I hope this much is clear. That is, what is object-oriented programming? Here the data is considered in the form of objects and classes. Remember this one simple thing, that in object-oriented programming you will be coming across the concept of objects and classes. But whereas in process-oriented programming you will not be having any concept like object and classes. Okay. So this video I will stop here only. In the next video, in the next sample, we'll just look after what are the 3 object-oriented programming principles. So please go through this video, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you for watching. I will meet again in the next video.